What? Coming to you live right here. House sitting at a nice famous person house right now. You know what I'm saying? I just got off the piano right now. I'm playing a couple tunes. I'm feeling great. And I'm right here with y'all for the Who-Bangin Sports Lounge. Y'all know what time it is every Friday right here. 6 p.m. on the west, 9 p.m. on the east. We do this little thing called the Who-Bangin Sports Lounge live. And I am in here. Got somebody backstage right now. I don't know where everybody else is at, but it's all to the good. Let me check my chat, see who's in the chat right now. The early birds get the worm. And not too many people in the chat. Oh, my guy Paco Hilly's in the chat for a show. You know, he always support. Appreciate you, Paco, coming in here today. Not super prepared for today, but I'm here, man. I made it here to open up the show for everybody. So we're gonna take that from there, just like that. You know what I'm saying? But caught a little luck today on the Harvard game that played earlier, 2:00. Had the over in that one, came in sweet. So I'm up right now. I'm up for some live betting on some NBA right now. Talk to me, y'all. Let me know what's good on the NBA side. My guy Ski and J Money and all them, they all shot their shots today. I didn't get a chance to write it all down, but we live right now. We live. Let me see. What we got going on right now live? What y'all, Paco? What you on right now? You playing some NBA today? You in the college basketball? What you doing right now, bro? Let a brother know. So I could hop in and tell. I don't usually tell a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna hop in and tell today. Got my guy Big Ragu, who took the over, I believe, in that Maryland game, contrarian to everybody else. It's 40-42 right now. Illinois is winning, but Maryland putting up points and Illinois putting up points. It kind of seems to me that Fridays is a day when teams actually come out and score a lot. You know, my man Noli knows is all about the unders, but these overs, they come in as well. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen one capper who's going to make overs great again. Can we get somebody, a capper, to make overs great again? Then we could balance between the two and stay on the right line and get all the winners. How about that? But yeah, I threw this green screen function up again today. I ain't been on green screen in a while. This ain't nobody's house right here, but I'm chilling. It looks nice though. I don't know where it came from. I did not download this. I think it comes with the whole little thing, but it's all good, man. J Money is in the building. J Money, man. Let's make a live move, man. I'm on some basketball right now. I didn't get a chance. I was at work all day to write everything down. But it should be some NBA games going on live right now. Let me get my live betting up and ready to go. NBA live betting. Let's see what we got right now. We got the Mavs and the Wizards. We got the Grizzlies and the 76ers. We got the Hawks and the Celtics and the Pistons and the Thunder. Oh, man, we got a full slate right here. Let me see. Let me put it under all NBA live. Let's go. So y'all tell me what y'all on right here, and is it a spot that I can move in and get a piece of the pie on some NBA today on a Friday? I'm gonna start playing NBA on nothing but Fridays because I don't really care too much about the Ivy League thing they run in college basketball. So I think I might start doing NBA on Friday. What's up, Jay Money? Hey, Jay Money, check this out. You already know, bro. Hit me up, and I'll tell you what you need to do. This is simple. The green screen thing cost me $27. Put it together in 35, 40 minutes. A couple little tools in there you might want to tweak to your own liking. You know, whether you use glue, screw, tape, or whatever, that's up to you. But the whole thing is nothing to put together, my brother. This here on the StreamYard platform is a new feature that you can add the green screen to the StreamYard showing, and bam, Look at me right now. We in here. I'll even go a little further and give you a little extra tip on the green screen. What you want to do is you got to make sure you light up your background pretty good to keep some of the fuzziness out of it. I got a small bit of fuzziness in here, but I don't know. It looks pretty clean. It's not superb, but it looks really good. Some people might think I got a new house or something. What's up, Alex Ramirez in the house? Alex, man, I want to give a shout out to you, award to you. You and Deer Slayer Ski, man, y'all been showing up every show with all the support in the world. And Paco, I can't forget about Paco, but Paco's like a bro. He's a part of this. Y'all just don't know yet. But you know, I appreciate y'all coming in, showing some love. OG Wham in the building. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Wham, come hop in the stream, man. I'm over here. So Jay Money says the Pacers. He needs the Pacers to come back and to win. So let me see what kind of line we can get. We can get a minus 115 on both sides right now, Pacers or Raptors. So I ain't really been watching that game. That's a tough game right there. I had to watch a little bar of that before I could make a live bet on that one. But that's what's up right now, man. So, any games, anything y'all want to discuss tonight? We're supposed to be talking about some sports betting hotspots in the NBA and college basketball and NHL. I haven't been doing much in NBA, but as far as the college basketball spot, I've been fading Iowa on the road. I've been taking Iowa at home. Uh, I did a little test with the Big Ten schools, and say that Big Ten schools really value home court advantage, and you should always lean the home team in Big 12 games, depending on the matchup. But for the most part, the home teams kind of handle business in the Big 12. So I tried that earlier this week in the Michigan, I think it was Michigan Iowa State game. Didn't work. Shout out to Noli Knows in the building. What up, Noli? Shoot me out some totals today, tomorrow, all that good stuff. But man, let me see if I could get somebody in here with me, man. I was expecting to have the whole crew. Okay, I got people. Let me get these guys in here, man. I'm tripping. Boom! There he is. There, Boston Nick, aka Mr. Fat Fist, aka Nick, is in the building. UFC MMA specialist, hangs out with us all the time right here on the Who-Bangin Sports Lounge. What up, Boston Nick? Your mic's off. Can you hear me? Your mic's off, bro. I don't know if I can't cut it on for you. You got to.
It's me. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Just another Friday, man. TGIF. Back doing what I do, my normal schedule. So I'm always got a little energy to be home and doing what I want to do right now, opposed to what I have to do. And what I want to do is come hang out with y'all, man. Get on some hot picks. I'm gonna be making a Vegas run this weekend, and whenever I hit in Vegas, those late night MMAs and boxing matches, I start playing with those because it's not something that I always cap or anything like that. But I jump in, so I got
a couple tickets for you. If you're going to Vegas this weekend, you'll be cashing that ticket at about 1 a.m. Because John Jones and Valentina Shevchenko, they're not losing. I'd be parlaying them with every single one of your bets that you're making. I don't care what it is, but. If you want to parlay Jones, Shevchenko, and Corey Anderson does fight next week, so you can't cash it out until next week. But I like Jones, Morono, Shevchenko, which you could cash out this week, which is basically it's minus 122. You get that at Sports International. There's a bunch of other bets I'm on though. But you're going to Vegas? Where are you going with?
Oh man, just a little trip with the wife. This is the pre-Valentine's Day trip, man. Y'all get y'all player up, man. You got to go pre-Valentine's. I don't go in places where it's all kinds of people and stuff that's just out there. They've been cheating all week, and they try to come out here and sit dinner next to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So I take my lady out.
Happy wife, happy life, bro. You know what
I'm saying? Before Valentine's Day, this is I guess you could call it event number one. This is an event number one on our week of Valentine's. Just curiosity speakingly, me and my wife, we don't really exchange gifts on Christmas, and we take
Oh,
Valentine's Day as that day. So this is serious business for me. And we
okay.
starting off with a nice little Vegas trip. I will be laying a couple bets, but it's not a gambling trip. I'm
Going
gonna
to some
say
shows,
that
maybe?
no, I'm gonna go. Vegas has some of the best spas,
I've never been there.
massage parlors
Ooh, I
for a
love
little
you.
bit of nothing, and we're gonna go
Mhm.
probably get a massage, eat some good food,
Yep.
gamble a little bit. We go from here so many times a year, so
Yeah.
a show. I probably haven't watched a show in 3-4 years in
Really?
Vegas. Yeah, I don't even stay on the strip when I go to Vegas. I stay off the strip. I'm almost a local there.
Good. I'm trying to get down there for that March 20. What is it? March 25th through the 27th, right?
Absolutely, man. March Madness, Sweet 16. We got some horse racing going on. That one's gonna be good, man. I love to see you out there hanging with us, man.
I'm planning it. I think I can. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I might do it last minute. I might even get a cheaper plane ticket if I do it that way. I gotta just take a look at everything. I get schedule wise, I can take work off. I just gotta tell my boys. My boys own the company, All Pro that you see above there. So it's my best friends literally. So I just gotta tell them, give them a couple weeks notice, let them know I'm going to go for a couple days, whatnot, and just head out. So I'm looking
Man.
forward to the next one because Miami was off the chain, man. That was just ridiculous.
Oh man, it's even better when you got all those cappers together and you're at
Yeah.
the casinos where you can actually bet and have a good time. We had a ball out there the last time we was out
Yep.
there, and we this is just we only a year and a half out and moving around and all that stuff, and it looks like we're gonna be moving around a lot more without SBR. So
Yeah.
expect a lot of more trips. I went out to Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi,
Yeah.
checked out the sports book out
Oh,
there.
yeah. How was that?
That was excellent, man. It was like Vegas on the beach. I loved it. It was not crowded. It was clean. It was
Okay.
safe.
Good.
I really enjoyed myself on that one. So I definitely be hitting that back up. But I'm also thinking about heading out to Tunica, the casinos over in Tunica, Hollywood Casino, and
Where,
all that kind of
where's
stuff.
Tunica?
Tunica is right outside of Arkansas, right? Tunica, Arkansas, I think
I
it
had no
is.
clue that I didn't even know you can gamble there. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, man. There's plenty of states where you can gamble now. You
I'm
can
a big poker
vacation there.
fan. I wish we would have went to the Hard Rock when I was there. I know you guys did go one night, but I was working that night and I couldn't go. I was so mad. I wanted to play a couple tournaments, some cash games. I want to play. Dom, where are you right now? But when we do play, I'm gonna put a spanking on you. I'm gonna take that money. I promise you.
Oh
But
man, we're gonna have to bring an extra set to put the game together in the hotel room. That's how
yeah,
we handle that.
nice little old school home game. Some
Little
cigars.
home game.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, we got our guy Big Ragu backstage right now. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and bring Big Ragu. The sauce is in the building. He got his Yankee hats on now. I'm hearing all over the place.
I'm writing all this shit, all this bullshit. I'm here writing it down because I'm gonna call both of you guys out when I get you guys on the poker table. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Let's get it
let's
on.
see what's that.
I heard that. Big
Hey,
Ragu.
you guys take my. You guys, I just might as well walk in the room and hand you my money if I'm gonna play poker with you guys.
I don't know, Big Ragu. I'll sit around and wait for some cards. So they might get some time out of me, man. I used to play a lot of house games.
You play tight? Play tight?
I can play tight, but I can be a bully too. People, I'm a big guy, so people already expect, oh, he's full of shit. So if I have a couple good cards, I'll be very bullish. And man, I done took some people down. Like we used to bring new guys to come play with us.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I got a new guy. I'm about to wear him out. And I used to have fun, but I haven't played poker at a casino probably in years too, man. When I go to Vegas, I'm way too drunk. Ask Big Ragu, he knows. I'm way too drunk to be sitting down. I put my bets in early in the drinking, and then I go sit down and watch the games. Because after that, one time I was just in the poker table like this,
right,
just giving my money away. So I only go there when my wife goes to the slots because I don't really do the slots like that. I'll go into the poker room, give her some time to do her thing, and I do my thing.
No, I feel you on that one. I was in a 14-hour.
Oh, good, man. It's all on how you. It's not where you start; it's where you finish. Always remember that too. So.
Yep. And,
You could go in there with a little bit of money and walk out with an ass load of money, or you can go in there with a lot of money and walk out flat ass broke. So
I got a rule: never bring
money management, my man. Money management.
$200 when you're playing a cash game or whatnot. Never bring more than $200, and you lose it. Whatever, you lose 200. That's it. You know what I mean?
hey, you gotta have some rule. If you ain't have no rules at all, you won't last at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but poker is a game. As long as you know how to play the game, you okay. You can play with the poker stars, the best in the world. All you need is the right cards and know how to play the game. So I ain't afraid to play against nobody in poker. I just don't play it a lot. But me and the boss and the sauce of school, y'all, you know how we do it.
All right. I got a buddy of mine. He's actually the GM of my company, Andy. He played his first online tournament. It was $1 or $2 tournament, right? We're at my house. He was 17, I was 18. It was like a 3,000 person tournament. He plays first, and he got, I think it was $2,000. At 17, money. You know what I mean? That $2,000. He still played poker to this day. His earnings are just a bit over 2 million, I would say, 2.2 million right now. Yeah. Yep.
That reminds me of a story. I'll be quick with it. So when you walk into a casino, sports, whatever it is, mainly it could be anything. It could be sports. It could be table games, whatever. They hate a guy that walks in there with $100 and can leave with 10,000. But they rather have that guy come to the counter with 10 grand. They're not scared of that guy, but the guy that walks in there with 100 and starts hits a little 5-6 teamer, and then he's got 2,000. Next thing you know, he's got 10,000. Those are the guys I hate, and you're looking at one of them assholes right now. That's the way I roll. But I get into casinos, and I'm not a big table player. I like blackjack and sports, obviously, and the horses. Horses, I've had some pretty good scores, but the casino don't care about that because that's pari-mutuel. That you're not taking their money directly. You're taking other people's money, just like poker. Same difference. The house always gets their cut, but you just gotta be smart, like DJ says. Sit and wait. And then, like your friend, like he walked in there with that, with that cheap tournament. Now he not free rolled it, but he's a guy he's a dangerous gambler. It sounds like to me.
Just online poker. I mean, that was an online tournament at my house, and it lasted from like 7 p.m. to I want to say 6 a.m. He had to go home at midnight. I remember he had a curfew. I mean, he might have been 16. And I had to play like at least 30 minutes for him until he got home, just on the phone with him. Hey, I got ace king suited. What do you want me to do? Fold. You know what I mean? And, he was being tight because he was chip leader at the time. I was just folding his hands for him, and he got home. And the play. He's very patient player, and he's really good online though. That's his thing online.
Bam! Switch my background up on y'all.
I like that.
What the hell? Hey, I'm saying, who's your interior decorator? I put in the chat. The maid must have came over. Not that your house is nice, bro, but I seen you. You look like you were living in the penthouse there for a little while.
Oh,
I
man.
had that on my StreamYard too, bro. I know exactly what background you had on before.
I was playing around, Big Ragu. StreamYard has the green screen feature now, so instead of putting my background up, I dropped the green screen on y'all tonight. I wanted to test it out, and just now I said, let me see if I can switch green screens. Let me see if I can switch in the middle of a show, and it worked pretty seamlessly.
Hey, remember my project, DJ?
Yeah, how did it come out?
Well, the sheets are right over there. I tried to put it behind me during the day, just kind of put it behind me. You know what I mean? Just hold it there, and it didn't do anything. Nothing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. Can you do it? All right. Did you use the green screen feature, right? I was on the whole 9. I think it might be because you can't the lighting. You have to be able to go through the screen, right?
No, not exactly. You just have to have it well lit for it to be smooth. But other than that, it's just you have to have a solid background. It could be blue or green.
Yeah,
it has to be solid to where through the technology it could separate the two. So that's all it takes.
Online at Walmart for it's $99. It comes with freaking 9 different lamps, friggin' the whole setup. I'm just gonna get it. Why not?
And I wouldn't encourage it, but go ahead if you like. If it's easier for you to make a green screen, takes nothing to make, and to get some proper lighting, I'm not even using. My lights cost me $5.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? You don't really need all that, man. You could for half of that $99, you could do it yourself, bro.
All right, maybe I'll do that. I'm lazy though. So.
But what's good, man? I haven't got a hold of some hockey. I was trying to get on some basketball. Let's bring Wham in here, man. Wham's ready to go. You ready to go,
That's some
Wham?
basketball.
Bing,
Hey,
bing,
yeah,
bing. We
what's
got our
good?
Wow, look at
Wham
him.
talk. Our
What they do?
NBA specialist is in the
Looking
building. What's
sharp.
up with it, Wham?
What's popping with you, bro? You already know, man. I'm over here. I'm feeling blessed. You know how I go, bro. Got some water. It ain't the fish poo. You know what I'm saying? I still got these
Got
cups.
water too.
You know what I'm saying? These my disposable joints. So it's good, man. You know how it is, bro. I'm chilling.
Man, I was just telling them earlier in the show when I opened up that I think starting next week I'm gonna start going NBA Fridays, man, because I don't I'm scared of NBA, and it looks like you guys are having a blast playing NBA this year, and I feel like I'm
They've been
missing all
eating
the
this week.
fun. Yeah, they've been eating, man. These basketball guys, man, I love them, but
Eating, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna go ahead and wait till Fridays because I don't really be liking the card in college basketball on Fridays. So I'm gonna start diving in on NBA on Fridays, man. What you
yeah.
got going on for the day, Wham?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. I ain't got shit going on today, man, and it feels kind of good because a lot of the shit that I like, they look like they losing. So, shit,
Hey,
I'm glad I didn't play anything today, man. I was. I'm looking into tomorrow's card though, so I want to kind of break down that card a little bit later on. We got a little bit of time. I know we can't go over like we used to. They 11
uh,
Sports is, what I'm saying, they fans is gonna come after us real quick. Well, shout out to 11 Sports as well. All Port Movement Group,
Them laser
everybody.
guns hurt when they shoot you in the ass with them.
Hey, shout out to Dust Boy Fresh,
Right.
Deer Slayer, Joannick, No He Knows. They all just got in the chat. Alex Ramirez, what's up, guys?
What it do? What it
Oh
do?
man, Joe Antics in the house. Joey Work, what up, man? We need
What's
you on the
up?
show, Joey.
Yeah,
We calling Joey, we calling Dutch Boy, we calling y'all to the show, man. We know you guys, we met you guys. Y'all already know what the deal is, man. Y'all gotta come hang out with us on a Friday.
for
That's what this
sure.
Hey,
show is for. This Friday show is specifically to bring on all of our friends and stuff and have some good fun. If you guys already seen the people that we bring in on Fridays, you never know who is gonna be, and
Right.
we calling Dutch Boy Fresh and Joey Yannick back onto the show because those guys do what we do and we love them, so we want them to come in and enjoy it. But for all our new viewers out there, let's emphasize what Wham just said, which is really, really important. I'm learning even as I'm getting older. Hey, learn how to back away from the table sometimes. If you don't see nothing out there for the day, it is okay to take a day off. Because I know when you coming up and you starting your betting career and all that kind of stuff, you just want to go for it every single day, full throttle. You feel like, especially if you tuned in to Twitter and all the stuff we got to do, after you see everybody play, you're like, I gotta take one, I gotta do something. You don't gotta do nothing. Deal with yourself,
Definitely.
love yourself, settle down, get your heads and your thoughts together, and go for it when you see a good open. Wouldn't you agree, Big Ragu?
I know a good friend of mine in Las Vegas. He says his allegiance is to his bankroll and his bankroll only. Not that he ain't got no friends, but like he says, he's always thinking about that bankroll. And
That
just you
part.
want to maximize your plays as much as you get. Now we do. I'm not gonna say we fall off the wagon, but we're action enthusiasts. We like to get involved with
Yeah,
games. We like to, everybody likes to be in action. But if you're doing it recreational, that's one thing. If you're doing it for business and to survive on, that's another thing. So
Right.
either way, you want to do it the smart way. Like respect the Wham for stepping back and not getting involved. If you don't like nothing, don't get involved. That's it. I mean, I even what's the worst feeling in the world is after you make a play when you're kind of on the fence about the play and you're like, well, and somebody's tapping you on your shoulder, says, nah, don't do it. And then you do it anyways, and the son of a bitch loses. And
Yeah.
it's
Man,
always listen to your inner voice first. If you got
man.
that gut feeling, walk
Yeah.
away. That's where it's
That's
at, right in the gut.
that's how it fucking
yeah.
was for me when I bet the damn Timberwolves recently
I did
earlier
it with
this
the
month.
Bucks
I was
yesterday.
fucking
I did it with the Blues
pissed.
yesterday.
Fucking pissed, man. I
And
was
the
like,
Tampa Bay Lightning and Pittsburgh Penguin overs 6.5. Something told me the game was going to end on 6, but I says, Tampa's playing good. Pittsburgh's lighting it up lately. I says this game's going to go easily over 6.5, 7 goals, and land right on 6. It's 4-1 at one point. at the end of the second period. So I knew I was in big trouble. I said, I need 3 goals to make the game go over. And I didn't think I was going to get it because of the way Pittsburgh was playing. So, that's the thing. When you know better, you just got to back away. Simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. And back to one of the topics of the show is the hot spots, man. When I say hot spots, I mean those spots when you capping all the time and you seeing different stuff, and there's certain little hot spots that like, oh, when I see that, I'm on this or I'm on that, and I guess it would be based off of the trends because this kind of stuff changes. But if y'all have any hot spots that y'all have been hammering recently, man, let the people know some hot spots, man. Let's go. The hot spots only stay hot for so long, but let's hammer those. And like I said, I've been fading Iowa on the road, taking Iowa at home. It's been working to the plus side, but very close. I think it's like 4-3. But I've been doing that one. I've been taking Drake as a favorite. Drake been playing really good basketball, and I've been looking for Cal Baptist out here, new school. Cal Baptist out here. They can put some points up on the board, and for my guy Noli knows who's making the unders great. Go look at the under over ATS with Sacramento State, man. Those guys they just went over yesterday. I've been waiting for them to go over one time so I can jump back on the under. But Sacramento State has been the under team all year so far.
Sacramento State,
man. Mark that one down.
Because they were over team a few years ago. I remember that. They were over team, like maybe not even last year. They were over team, and now they're probably in the market caught up to them.
Yeah, either that or because the totals are low. They had like 120, 130. Maybe they just got a coach over there coaching some defense. I haven't really looked further than I looked them up as a team that's been covering, the unders. But as far as watching them play, I don't even think I watched them play one time yet. But I've hit 4-3, taking them as for unders. But I wanted to hit them yesterday, but I punked out on it. But I wanted to hit them yesterday for the over. It was like 124. I was like, yeah, they weren't the favorite in this one. They was playing, I think, Weber State or something like that. And sure enough, it went skyrocketing over. Anybody else got any hot spots?
For me, for NHL, when it comes to that first period over, I'm getting off that and onto the under at plus money. I feel like in the right spots, in the right games, it's just. I think it's hitting at I want to say like a coin flip scenario when it comes to the over under first period, as it is anyway. But if you're picking the right spots, plus money. It's originally early in the season, I was on that over 1.5 goals. And I would, if I didn't hit it the first period, I would chase it the second period. And yeah, it works out, but you got to pay more juice, obviously. But now I realize if I chase the under and the under, if I hit it in the first period, I won't bet the second period. If I don't hit it in the first period, I will bet the second period under. And I'm telling you, they're both going to be plus odds on both the first and second period. And I'm telling you, the under hits on at least one of those periods. You know what I mean? The majority of the time, and they're both under every single time at plus 115 or better.
I like it. What about you, Wham? You got anything in NBA?
I mean, it's a lot of things. It's all situational sometimes, especially around this time before our All-Star break. You gotta look into you gotta look into what's going on and everything. So I can't really give out too much on that one. But at the same time, you can always catch somebody in their feelings and somebody, on some weird stuff. You know what I mean? You can always catch somebody in their feelings on some weird stuff. So that I would think that would be a hot spot in almost any sport. We could look at almost any sports. They have their own, trials and tribulations, if I may say. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it works out like that. So, What about
you've been
I was
NHL?
Just gonna say, yeah, what about NHL,
go ahead,
man? Oh no, go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna ask Big Ragu. What about NHL? Because Big Ragu, me and him, we just kind of transitioned over to playing the other sports a few weeks ago, and he's been doing well, having some great angles.
Right. I was like Nick, like with the first period overs. I was riding that a little bit, just and then another thing was like team totals in hockey. Like you get the team that like Tampa Bay right now is playing very well. Pittsburgh, even though they didn't get to the number collectively, especially if a team is got a goalie change on the other side and the team is doing well, scoring out of the gate, so not necessarily a game over, but look into the derivative of the game itself. If it's a defensive minded team, then somebody like like Dallas or San Jose, one of these teams that play pretty good defense. Then you look at the other side and the 5.5s. I'm starting to see a lot of 5.5s the other night, and those are the games that I like to take the shot on the over. More so than not. 6.5s are really tough in hockey. But the rules of the game have changed the past year or two, and that's why you're seeing these higher goals. It used to be 5.5. Now you see 6.5.
Yeah.
So those are really tough numbers to get in hockey. So you start looking at the derivatives, and one big thing, like Nick was saying, is the first period. So people, they want to get away from chasing that big number. It's like playing a halftime or a quarter in baskets. Like if you think a team that came off a sloppy game, or a team that got off a bad game, they got called out in the game, and they got talent on the team. The next game they're going to come out firing usually. But I think Milwaukee, one team I was on the other night was Milwaukee, and I know a lot of people were going against them, but they're kind of a little low right now, I think, covering their numbers. So and that's just the market's catching up to them, and they're at that cross path. And like Wham says, they're getting close to All-Star break too. So they're starting to, I would say, gear down, but have different tendencies, going into that break. So they'll start jockeying for trades, and then teams are thinking about getting home with their families, and some teams are going to be on vacation. It's just a different overall look altogether. Now, one thing I do like to do though, with the NBAs early in the season, I know we're way past the season, is I find, and maybe after the break it'll start back up again, is follow some of these totals in the market trends. Like early, if you see numbers moving up off the open, sometimes that's a pretty good look. And depending on the book you're looking at, like somebody like Pinnacle, like Jimmy says, that was a well-respected book. And I had pretty good success early in the season. I went on a 22-4 stretch, just, following that little trend. So you talk about streaks and hot spots. So those are the type of things you got to look for.
There it is.
Triple K says he's got a hockey system that's up 26 units since January.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's share the jewels, share the wealth. You can't take it all with you.
You guys were Triple K up in Miami, right?
Yeah, we met Triple K, man. That's my guy.
Triple K. So let me tell you a story about Triple K real quick. So we're at Gulfstream Park.
I know the story. Go ahead.
Right. So we're at Gulfstream Park, and the low bag crew, we're in there, and all the SBR people, us, everybody. We had about 18 of us. So we all put in like $60, $70 a piece, or 80, whatever it was, to try to take down this, almost $3 million pick six, 20-cent Rainbow Six.
Yep.
So we all crack our skulls on one another. Jimmy, Gogi, me, everybody there, DJ, we're all participating. So we round up our money. We got $800 and something worth of tickets that, we make our picks for the pick six.
Right.
And so Triple K comes up to me and says, "Hey, man, I've been at all the events." Man, I said, but you didn't give us no money, man. I said, I wasn't the one collecting the money. I felt bad for him. He says, I tell you what I do. I says, if we hit the big six, I says, we'll cut you in. I said, I don't know what, but I says, we'll definitely cut you in. So, and listen, what happened? I swear to God, and DJ was sitting right next to me, and Nick was there. Mm-hmm. We hit the first 5 races going into the 6th race. And not that Triple K wasn't there, because he was here the whole time. He said, "Hey, man," he tapped me on the shoulder. He said, "Don't forget me." I said, "Don't worry, brother. I got you. So I would have been glad to give you a portion of my money if we won $3 million, my friend.
For sure.
Hey, I think we should blame it on Triple K Marine now. If we would have had his couple more dollars, we could have covered that other horse.
We could have put them 2 horses we left out. They would have cashed the ticket.
Can you believe that horse that we took out is the one that won?
Well, here's the thing. I went back and looked at that, and our scenario was a little different because we had a couple long shots going into the last race. Yeah. So we there was over 500 live tickets, or whatever it was. It was 600 live tickets, and they all split it because nobody. There was like, I think it paid out like a little over I want to say 18,000 per ticket,
Chalky
whatever heck it
horses,
was.
right? Chalky
Yeah.
horses.
Chalk cost. But if we would have won, we would have had one. We would have had like 2 or 3 tickets, so we would have got our share of over $1 million if one of our horses would have won. Yeah. Yeah. Always close.
Yeah, I'm glad you told that story, Big Ragu, because I keep telling people I don't think they believe me.
That's the
Nah, they don't believe you, bro. They don't believe me either.
Hey,
I try to tell them.
I got the ticket. I'll show them the tickets.
I try to tell them I went to Florida and almost became a millionaire.
Right?
It was unbelievable, man. I mean, 18 of us were sitting on the rail watching that last race. We were on pins and needles. You know, there's a great picture. Whoever took that picture of all the guys on the rail coming down the track.
That's it. You know what? I would have paid $36 to get that thrill every day of the week. The thrill that was all horses going on the first race, second race, third race, fourth race. Oh my God, fifth race. We're there.
I'm usually out by the second or third race.
Hey,
right?
That was the funniest part. I must, since we sharing the story, I must share the story. The weirdest thing that I seen through that whole process right there was, so a bunch of us wasn't from Florida, and the people that was there, they obviously knew we wasn't from there. We started after one race, we started making a little noise. After 2 races, we started making a little bit more noise. They looked back at us like, those guys whacking smacking. After 3 races, they started looking around like, oh, these guys, they who are they?
We started raising the roof on that bitch after the 4th race.
I'm telling you, when it got down, and we had a little system too. Wherever you was on the first race, when it went off, you have to go back to your spot. I was the coordinator. I said, you gotta go back over there. You go back over there. You go back over there, and we left the race. And we got to we made so much noise in that little room. By the time the 5th race came, all eyes was on us. All eyes in that casino, whether we liked it or not, was on us.
Some people have to ride. Some people be up by the rails. It was everybody where it originally started had to be where they were.
and you see the people in this chat with us tonight. They're going to be on the next one with us. I guarantee you that.
Right,
so
that part.
Whenever that goes down again, hey, listen, everybody it's in the chat with us tonight, and we have some people that are coming in for the first time and whatnot. But everybody that's got in the chat with us, we're in our little group and whatnot. This thing is going to keep growing and growing and growing. So we're going to have plenty of opportunities to share the love, share the wealth, and that's what we're going to do. We're here for the common cause, to grind out the W's, and let's get paid, people. Let's get paid.
Right.
Absolutely. We really got to get paid so we can go on these trips, man. I think as sport betting becomes more legal, there's some places where it's legal now that we need to make our presence felt, because there's some places that we can vacation, have a good time, and bet some games and have some meetups.
You went to Biloxi.
Yeah, Biloxi was wonderful.
Biloxi, maybe the next meetup would be in Atlantic City, maybe in Iowa somewhere, close to the Omaha. There's places, depends what's going on that time of the year. There could be. We could always look at what's happening that time of the year in that city. New Orleans would be a cool little place to hang out. Who the heck knows?
Anywhere, really.
So if anybody out there is a travel agent, get in contact with us so we can start getting some stuff together.
Shoot that. Yeah, come to Jersey. Yeah, man.
Joey's like, come to Jersey. We hear you, Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna slide through. We're gonna slide through, Joe. You already know.
Yeah, I would love to come to Jersey, and the only reason I'll probably go over there on that 6-7 hour flight is to be with my low baggers. That's about it.
That's the only thing.
5 hours. I think 5.5 hours on a flight. I think that's my max.
Wait, California.
That's all you'll get. You'll get 5 hours.
Yeah, you get 5 hours.
They just go a little faster when they fly up north.
Exactly.
A little bit,
Okay. Yeah. I can handle that. I can handle that. Then
let's go. Stay high up a little.
You go to 7 hours. You're going to Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh no, I can't do a long flight like that. My anxiety kicks in by the last hour or two. When I was going to Florida, the last hour was hell. I was looking on the little screen, and it said we was in Florida. I said, good, we should be there soon. Man, we were still in Florida for it seemed like 2 hours.
I can't shit on the plane, so if I got to shit, it's a bad scenario. It'll be like a friggin' Tootsie Roll peeking the entire time.
Yeah, you had to do like a lot of detox tea, like the day before.
Kombucha. You gotta get your kombucha on.
Anti-diarrhea medicine, so I don't.
Be straight.
Both
Yeah,
boys.
you'll be good. You'll be good.
Hey,
But
one.
what else is new in sports, fellas? I guess you can't say this is probably like a small dead period in sports because you gotta lighten up your units in NBA because they're getting ready to go to All-Star break. Football is over. Conference play in college basketball is tough. You never know who's gonna win unless you're just a pretty good guru on college basketball, and they'll still get you every time in college basketball when a four beat a 26 and all that kind of, I mean, a 26 beat a four and all that kind of stuff. So you got to kind of watch yourself right now. Right now is a good time to pay attention in college basketball because you got your Cinderella teams and all that. You want to have that lined up for your brackets coming up in March. But baseball is around the corner. I'm kind of excited for baseball. Wham, me and Wham
Yeah,
kind of entered
bro.
baseball. I would say.
Yeah,
I mean,
sounds like you're excited.
when I would go to Vegas before, if it was baseball season, I'll play a few baseball games or whatever. But as far as like really
Right.
breaking it down and capping, me and Wham was learning
We
together a
was
few years
we
ago.
was
And
we was hitting. Then we did the onside. We did the
the
onside
on-site
contact
contest, yeah,
contest last.
yeah, that was a
Man,
lot of fun.
that
We're
was
gonna
the
have to
best
bring that back.
MLB year I ever had. Man, I was really hitting. I was like, damn, like just
See,
learning
it
from
made you
everybody.
focus a little bit more.
It made me focus, and then I really seen like Heritage was my favorite book. They kept coming out with the first halves, team total overs. Man, they was
Yeah.
cashing. Those bitches was cashing last year. So man, I'm looking. I'm excited to see what the trend is this year. It's gonna be one. They're gonna switch up something. Is the balls
Yeah,
juiced again or not? We
it
gonna
doesn't.
find out.
It does. In baseball, especially early in the season, you always have that Cinderella team that runs.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Now nobody's talking about, not nobody's talking about, but the unexpected team that is one like went 15-2 early, and then you better believe it that they're gonna fade. They're gonna fade fast too. And that's when you start betting against them because that's what you got to do in baseball. You got to catch that value where everybody's on that team. Then all of a
hmm
sudden you see that team start slumping a little bit, and then
Mhm.
people still believing in them a little bit. So you have a little bit of value built in, and you take the money the other way. So that's one way. That's one way to hit baseball. And then another way is basically everybody's going to be going after these high price teams. And baseball, more than
man.
any sport, is teams are always jacked up on the numbers.
Right,
Because it's so pitching oriented. Just
Right.
right.
it's going to be really really tough. Some really tough looks early. You don't. I don't really start betting baseball till like after 2 weeks into the season because I got to see. I want them to play at least 10, 12 games before I can kind of get like a feel. Once they go through like the pitching rotation one time, and get a little bit of data to fool around with. Sometimes it's even a month before I get involved with it too. Just depending upon how the matchups are and the schedules. So,
Oh, last year, Big Ragu, we met in Vegas right on that first week or somewhere, first weekend of baseball. I forgot what it was, but I had my pops with me. Remember, we
yeah, it
was
was
out
in
there at the
March. It was in
Orleans.
March.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was in
March.
March, and I walked in the door and I dropped $40 on the Orioles versus the Yankees
Plus
plus
360.
318 or something
Yeah,
like that,
something ridiculous.
360.
Right.
And I cashed that one. So that just started me off on the right foot for baseball. That's why
Right.
I guess that's why I'm excited because I'm gonna be taking some big lines in that first 2 weeks because they don't
Baseball
know.
has some great hedge opportunities in baseball, especially with parlays. I'm not a big. I know our guy Pape Parlay is a big parlay guy, but me,
Yeah,
I get involved with them. I play when you say house money, but it's always your money first. But you can, and that's when you want to take a swing when you're out there. We talked about this many a time. When you're in Vegas and you want to take a big swing at something, that's when you do it. You take some of those big plus money lines and mix them in with some other, go across the board with some other sports, take some plus numbers, and for $100 you might be walking out there with about 4,800, $5,500, hit a nice 5-teamer, with a couple plus 280s in there and a minus 110. And that's the way you do it. That's the way you got to do it, man. You got to take your shots with the plus monies.
I'm gonna be leaning
Just like
heavy.
Nicky Boy with the MMAs, it works out the same way because of money line parlay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Parlays, in my opinion, when it comes to MMA, are a lot safer. You know what I mean? You're dealing with one guy or two guys in a cage, as opposed to two sides on a team. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I said, I got 28 parlays right now pending with John Jones.
28.
Jeez.
24.
Holy shit! Let me ask you a question. Did you
Yeah.
round robin those parlays, or did you
No,
just tie them all in?
no, they're just all single parlays. Some of them are actually, a lot of them were Valentina Shevchenko. Well, I have 5 right now. 24 of them are done, and once John wins. And then
How many different fighters are involved in the 24 parlays?
I have to look, but probably in between like 10 to like 13-ish.
So, what are they? 2, 3, 4, 5 teamer, or how many different number?
The most is 3, and
Most is 3.
John Jones, Valentina Shevchenko, or Valentina is a 99%. When I say that, but there's a reason why she's a minus 700 or higher right now. John Jones is a 90% or higher, and that might be undergrading it. So, I mean, that's why I tie them both together. I mean, with any one of your bets that are minus 160 or 165 is going to bring you to a plus line. You know what I mean? So it's working out. I did that with Amanda Nunes in her last fight. She was only like a minus like 385, 400-ish, 385, 400, I want to say. So I do it a lot. It's an anchor I call. You know what I mean? But I will be hedging a little bit. I'll be taking putting a small portion on Reyes by knockout at plus 550.
Okay.
We shot at winning the fight. It's not by decision. It's not by submission. It's by knockout and knockout only. So just in case, no matter what, I'll win a little bit of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
you
it.
always gotta have an out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
That was my strategy in the for the Super Bowl. Is I lucked up, hit a 2-team parlay early. Well, I hit one leg of the 2-team parlay early. It was enough money that I didn't have to put no more money on the Niners. Just took the rest of the money and bet around that, and it all came together. I was so upset that the Niners lost. I was like, man, I had to lose 100 or 2 or something. And then I pull out all my tickets and I'm like, winner, 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 winner. I said, oh, this ain't going to be that bad. So
I told Flipper. Flipper asked me how I made out for the trip. I says, well, I got spanked around a little bit in the casino, playing the stupid games. Not the sports games. Actually, even the sports games, I didn't do too well with the sports while I was out there. I had some basketball. I had 2 out of 3. Talk about parlays. I had 2 out of 3, like 2 nights in a row. And usually I round robin them, but that night I didn't round robin. And you'll find if you talk to some of the sharp gamblers in Vegas and talk to the sports book guys, they say that parlays are not a sucker bet. They're a sucker bet if you play them straight all the time, the parlays. But he says the sharps out there, they're always round robin these parlays. And I know you're not fond of the the financial side of round robins, but just a lot of times what happens if you get one plus money team in there with a short price, and you can have, I say, 3 or 4 parlays, 2, 3 teamers. And that one, that gets you everything back, So it's almost, I wouldn't call it a hedge because you really don't know. But if one of them hits that way, then it becomes, all the other ones become pretty much gravy. But
I did that one time, you told me, and it worked. You know what I mean? I actually didn't think of what to do it this time, but it was all I placed all these bets at different times. You know what I mean? So I probably couldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's all time related. Like on a regular parlay, if you want to try to hedge out on the last game per se. Let's say it's you got a 10 o'clock or a 7 o'clock game West Coast, and you got some 4 o'clock games. You got 2 4 o'clock games and a 7 o'clock game. If your 2 4 o'clocks come in and you got the favorite on the other side, you can bet money line the other way and guarantee yourself half the money back, or just get your money back if you want to put a smaller portion on the team, just to cover your bet, or maybe a small profit. That's what the sharp guys do. Anytime there's money on the table, they take it no matter what it is. They're not leaving no money on the table. Yeah. So that's the purpose of a parlay, realistically. Yeah, it's nice to say, hey man, I hit a 4 or 5 teamer, plus I'm plus 2,500. That's all good and dandy. But if you keep doing that day in, day out, they'll get you in the end. So always remember that too.
Yeah, I like my guy Noli Knows theory about parlays. He said, what's the worst part about parlays? Is when you actually win one and you think you could do it time after time after time after time.
That's right. That's right. That's good. That's good advice. Like I say, that's why when you get out there, you take your swings. If you bet them day in, day out, you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
That is so
exactly.
true.
You gotta do it in certain scenarios. That's the John Jones. There's certain scenario. Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah. No. That's what I say. Not every day.
Yeah, it's not every day.
You're not betting the parlays 5, 6, 7 days a week.
No,
You're taking your swing on this event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak about taking your swings. I know we talked about horse racing a little bit. I just want to bring one thing up. Everybody, when everybody's got an opinion when the Super Bowl comes, right?
Mhm.
So what's that day in horse racing? Everybody has an opinion on when that day comes. It's the first Saturday in May. Everybody's watching the TV somewhere. What are they watching the first Saturday in May?
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby, right? Would I be out of line to say that everybody wants to bet, a couple dollars on the winning horse in the Kentucky Derby?
Guarantee. It's
All right,
another one of those big betting events for the year. Yeah.
It's the greatest 2 minutes in sports, they say. But this weekend, you can bet a Kentucky Derby future on. I think from what's today? Today's from the 7th to the 9th. So what's today's date? What is today?
Today is the 7th. Yeah.
Today's the 7th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're at any off-track facility, or let's say Santa Anita, or Gulfstream, where you can put a bet at Churchill Downs, they have a Kentucky future wagering opportunity. There's a couple horses I was going to give you guys tonight that I'm looking at, because I think I'm going to do it tomorrow when I go to Tampa. I'm going to give you 4 horses that I like, and I'm going to put them in the chat. But anyways, one is a Bob Baffert horse. His name is Authentic. He's 15-1. Now, don't mind you, I got a sheet here. It's just like a regular program sheet, and they got 25 horses listed in this pool here. It's the second pool. They usually run 3 pools. The first one comes out in November. This one is here, and they'll have another one in March. So I'll give you 4 horses at pretty decent odds that you can maybe, if you're interested, with some good trainers, to possibly bet. So I'm going to give you the number. If you go, this is how you got to play it, though. If you go to the track, or if you go to if you're in a casino and you tell me you want to bet at Churchill Downs, you want to bet the Kentucky Derby future, the future on the Derby race.
Right.
Authentic, number 2. He's 15-1. He's trained by Bob Baffert. We all know who Baffert is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The guy.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now that's right. Now there's the number 9. Now this is not going to be their number when they run the race. Some of these horses might not even make it to the Derby. That's why it's a future bet. Okay. There's a horse named Governor Morris, number 9. He's trained from Todd Pletcher. And I was telling Jimmy today, there's this horse, Constitution. He's a leading sire right now. He's going to be the next, like American Pharaoh was when he hit when he retired. They're talking a lot about this horse putting out some really good offspring, and so far his offspring have done really well. It's only his 2nd year of breeding, and a lot of people are buying his horses at the sales. This horse here sold for $900,000 at the sale as a 2-year-old. So, and he's just running his first. He's ran 2 races this year for Baffert. He's came second at first. He's 30-1. Number 9, Governor Morris. Okay, 30-1. And then there's another out of the same horse, the same sire. This is the race I'm going to tomorrow in Tampa. The horse's name is Independence Hall. Now this horse is he's 3-0. He won his first race by 12 lengths, and the second race by four lengths, and another one by 4 lengths. He's 3-0. Independence Hall. He's number 11, 10-1. That's kind of short for a future, but they think a lot of them. I like that horse. I'm gonna probably look for a way to beat him in that race tomorrow. And here's a California horse for you guys, trained by Peter Urton. It's called Storm the Court. You should remember that one, Wham. Storm the Court, right? 30-1, 30-1, number 18. Storm the Court, 30-1. And that horse right now, he's ran he's got 4 races officially, but something happened in his first grade 1. And Baffert put him in. He's the horse that won the juvenile, the Breeders' Cup juvenile race. He's a long shot in that race. He paid 45-1 in that race, and that was his last race actually. But the races before that, he came 3rd and 1st, and now he's starting to get some attention. So now Storm the Court. That's the other horse, 30-1. So those are my 4 plays,
Got it.
guys.
What
Right?
if
Is that it?
What if the
No,
horse?
I got one more. I got one more.
Okay.
And this is number 22. Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is a horse that a lot of people are high on, and that's another horse out of that Constitution. This is the third horse I've given you out of that sire Constitution. It's called Tiz, T-I-Z, the Law. Tiz the Law. He's ran 4 races. He's won 3 of them. And he's going off. He's an 8-1 price for the future.
Wow.
8-1. So if you want to, bundle a little bit of money up, if you want to throw maybe $50,
There's a law
maybe
on the court.
yeah. See, all these things, Constitution, they all got to do with like law, governor, So that's how you kind of key in the names. That's what they do. But anyways, those are my horses I'm looking at to play in the triple, for the futures. And this is the first time I've ever done it. So I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know Monday. When we get back together in the chat and whatnot. Those are my looks for some Derby futures.
Yeah, and just in case y'all don't know, this is coming from a guy who had a future on the Super Bowl champs.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about.
Joe,
That's all right.
Something. He said if the horse don't make it to the Derby, do you get your money back?
No, you don't.
No, that ain't happening.
You don't.
That ain't happening.
Joey, it's a future bets because you got a possible. Listen, I printed this off today on the computer when I was looking at my Tampa card for tomorrow. I said, I can play that. There's 24 possibilities right now in this pool. So if none of these horses make it, guess what? The track keeps the money and you get to go bet something else.
Right.
That's just the way it goes.
Until what? The day of the race, right?
Well, you'll know before. See now how these horses get to the Derby, they have to qualify. Like some of these horses right now, they haven't really run the Derby prep races because most of these results for these horses are for their 2-year-old campaigns. So basically, this is before January. So in horse racing, a horse turns 3 automatically in the calendar year January. So now these horses are 3-year-olds, and the only time you can run the Derby is when you turn 3, and they can only run it one time in their life. So, but that's why it's such a special event. Yeah.
I don't know.
The Derby, you only get one shot as a 3-year-old, and that's it. You're done.
That's cool.
But you can still go on and have a great racing career after the Derby, obviously, because there's horses that race till they're 9, 7, 8, 9 years old.
What's the oldest horse to ever win a big race?
Oh, I've seen
be a 3-year-old.
To win the Derby, to win the Triple Crown race.
Oh, but if you win that race in Dubai, that was worth a whole bunch of money.
That was $15 million. And Gunrunner, listen to this. Gunrunner as a 3-year-old, I think he placed in one of his. I think he placed like second or third in one of the big 3 races. After he ran his 3-year-old campaign. As a 4-year-old, he went on to win. I think he won the Travers. I don't think he won the Breeders' Cup, but he won the Pegasus and the Dubai Cup. That horse made $22 million as a 4-year-old.
That was that's Gronkowski's horse, right? Oh no, that's not Gronkowski. Gronkowski's horse is named after him.
Yeah, but Gunrunner was he was a speed horse that ran in Louisiana, and then when it came Derby time, come up a little short. But he was a nice horse, and he always was right around the top of the top. But he couldn't cross first. So, but as a 4-year-old, the horses get stronger as they get older too. So,
well, that's like a 7 or 8-year-old horse ever won.
Yeah, there was a female horse that beat all the guys. As I think she was like 7 or 8-year-old. Her name was Zenyatta. She was out in California. She was like 19-0, and then she went to she won the Breeders' Cup as I think 8 or 9 years old, and she was picking the boys apart. And then they decided to bring her back one more time, for one more race, and she lost like at the wire. So she was going for this second Breeders' Cup in a row. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That was a girl taking on the guys. That's very rare to happen.
That's a good broad.
We reaching the end of our clock right here. It's 6:59 right here on the West. I enjoyed y'all coming in. Y'all saved me because I wasn't prepared to do this by myself, and y'all came like a warm blanket on a cold night. So
speaking of cold,
baby,
it's cold in Florida tonight. It's about friggin' 40 degrees down here.
Hey, stay warm, Ragu.
What are you talking about?
40, man, up in Slow Cala.
76 out, 77 right now in Boca.
Yeah.
What?
How do you say that, DJ? Boca Raton?
Oh, Boca Raton. What did I messed
Yeah.
it up? Boca
You got it perfect there.
Raton or something like that. I called it.
Ah, that's awesome.
I couldn't say it, but I know it's Boca Raton now for sure.
No, South Florida. Yeah.
But man, we appreciate the chat showing up, man. Dear Sklersky, unbelievable. Alex Ramirez, Joey Anik. We had
Nice
a whole
group
bunch
tonight.
of guys. Noli knows,
Hey,
Josh
Money.
Point.
These are our guys, man. These are our guys.
Yep.
And just so y'all know, despite whatever happens at SBR, low baggers, whatever, we some of the original low baggers right here. If y'all ever want to get in touch with low baggers, come on over to the Who-Bangin Sports Lounge or any one of our shows. It's always loaded up with low baggers because it's who we are. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate everybody for showing up today, man. Thanks, Big Ragu, for these future bets that we're gonna cash.
For sure.
And I see y'all on the Boss and the Sauce on Thursday. Check me out in the chat on Wednesday on Wham Talk. And don't forget, Mr. Dom Rici Monday on Light It Up. And we out.
Oh, wanted to talk to you about something real quick. Maybe you can come up with a Boston Knicks MMA quick picks MMA hour segment. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
All right. We'll talk some business. All right.
Some business.
All right, guys. Enjoy. I'll see you on Periscope tomorrow from the track.
There we go.
Peace out.
Peace.
Later, boys.